chairs after all.
I think so. Don't forget the folding chairs in the pantry.
Of course.
You look beautiful.
Well, thank you. It's the effect I was after. Must look pretty for the panel members. One, at least. Oh, Dr. Bolak. I know, it sounds strange. But it isn't really, if you come to think about it. Hello, Seneca? It's Ray.
Hi. Your meeting still on for tonight?
It certainly is, and don't you dare tell me you've reconsidered.
Nope. Stalwart that I am. I'll be there 8 o'clock sharp.
I was wondering if you could possibly get here a little early.
Yeah, I guess.
For drinks and an early, quick briefing before the others show up.
All right. Providing you can lay in a big supply of orange juice, I'm really not up to any heavy drinking.
I know a marvelous concoction that's practically nothing but orange juice. I'll be ready for you.
Fine. Okay, I'll see you around 7.
Right. Goodbye.
Bye.
Well, he can actually be quite pleasant.
Some people think he's difficult, but I've always liked him.
I've always disliked him until now, but then I saw much too much of his temper when Bill was in the hospital.
You should be glad you weren't working for him. When Dr. Bolak is angry, all of a sudden everyone gets busy. Floors are mopped that are clean, and just do your job and stay out of his way.
Well, if he should flare up tonight, I wonder how any of us will get out of his way. Miss Coleridge could always go into the dining room or the powder room. Then again, she could just go home.
You hope she will.
Yes.
Ray, do you honestly want Dr. Bolak on the panel? Or did you just invite him?
Simply to disturb Miss Coleridge. No. No, I have to assemble important names around Frank, and no matter what happens tonight, I'm hoping to prevail on Seneca to stay with the project.
What is going to happen tonight?
I'm going to work, and you, my child, are going to have a night off. Hey, don't worry. Nothing terrible is going to happen. Nothing that won't be all for the best.
You know what you're doing, and I know that some things are none of my business.
Alicia, I'm grateful for you at least 50 times a day.
Thank you. Now, are there any other instructions you want for Renee and Audrey?
Yeah, one more for Renee. Tell him to mix up a pitcher of that orange blossom punch. I brought the recipe back from New Orleans. Make sure there's plenty of vodka in here and no hors d'oeuvres. No, on second thought, peanuts. Salted peanuts. The kind that build up a powerful thirst.
I've said
Now. Hi.
Hi.
Is that all you're taking?
Yeah, I didn't pack much.
Well, it's just as well. Delia's bag alone's gonna put you over the limit.
Yeah. I haven't quite figured out how she's gonna manage to wear all her summer clothes in 5 days. Layers, maybe. Well, apartment's okay. Everything locked up tight.
Good. Now, I wanna drive you to the airport.
No, we'll take a cab.
Patrick, I insist. I got Kevin all lined up to stay downstairs. Anyway, the car's parked on the wrong side of the street for tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Thanks, that'd be great. Where's Dee?
She's down in the kitchen talking to your mother. You don't seem very thrilled about going on a cruise, Patrick.
I am, in a way. When I think about the flight, then boarding the ship, then waking up at sea tomorrow, I'm excited and very grateful. I'm still sorry that you and Mom aren't going. It should be your trip.
Well, the timing didn't work out, that's all.
It was Delia as much as it was the timing. I know how much she pushed for your tickets. And there's only one reason I've accepted them. Delia has to get her sight back. If the Caribbean is what it takes, she can have the Caribbean. But there is not a move I can make until she's well again.
What kind of move are you thinking about making?
A move away.
Divorce?
Yeah. Before we do each other any more damage. At least we weren't married in the church. All I'll need is a civil divorce. Just glad we don't have children.
Have you, mentioned this to anybody else?
I haven't actually said divorce, I guess. But Bucky knows and Frank knows.
Now about Faith?
No. I try not to take my problems to her anymore.
Patrick, this kind of thing can change your whole future, can it? I mean, after the divorce, there are any number of possibilities. Shouldn't Faith be aware of that?
You're not suggesting that I propose to her at this point.
Patrick, all I'm suggesting is simple communication.
How can I even mention possibilities after the way I called off our engagement? I've hurt her too much, Di. When I'm really free, then I'll go to Faith. But until then, I won't deal with her in terms of dreams and hopes.
Yeah, well, it's just possible that by the time you're really free, she may not be.
Tom?
Yes, Tom. Tom. I mean, as partial as I am to that boy, as much as I would hate for you to give Faith any false hopes, there's something to be said for your speaking up now. If only to keep yourself from getting any false hopes.
How serious are they?
Well, I don't know. I think they're very close. Since the shooting, she spent almost all her free time taking care of him. Come on, Patrick. What's it going to take to let her know what you're thinking? A 5-minute talk?
All right. I'd rather let it wait till after the trip.
Look, an awful lot can change in just a few days.
I could probably catch her at the hospital.
Right. Now, it's going to be hours before we take off at the airport.
Babe, why aren't you upstairs packing?
Oh, darling. I'm afraid there's been a few changes since I last saw you.
Oh, what happened? Is your flight delayed or something?
No. John and I are not going to be able to get away after all. So, Patrick and Dee are going to use the tickets instead.
Babe, it was going to be so wonderful. Johnny absolutely glowed every time he talked about it.
Oh, we both glowed just thinking about it. But then Ray Woodard came up with some last-minute plans that had to do with Frances, and she asked me to help. Well, what with that and our worries about Patrick. He's working himself into the ground, that boy. Delia's eyes. I mean, a vacation is literally what a doctor ordered for her. Well, one little obstacle after another, and we decided we'd just put it off.
Well, will you promise to go in the fall?
Oh, the fall or winter at the latest, for sure.
You and Johnny are the dearest people that I know.
Oh, we feel the same about you. And Tom, how's he doing?
Huh? Beautifully. I practically have to pound him over the head to make him rest.
Well, if he's getting his strength back that fast, it must be due to your fine care.
Oh, he takes as much good care of me as I do of him.
Does he now?
Last night he had dinner all ready when I came home. And another time he had a dozen yellow roses. And poetry every hour on the hour.
Oh, he sounds less and less like a convalescent to me.
He's amazing. His first night home from the hospital, I had a nightmare. And, well, he got out of bed to come and hold my hand.
He loves you?
Yeah, he really does. And I care more for him than I have for anyone in, well, in a very long time.
But you don't quite love him, huh?
I do. I'm just not head over heels in love, you know? But we're happy for right now, and it's good for both of us, and that's a thing to appreciate in itself.
Well, it sounds to me like it's something to hold on to.
Oh, please, I have all I can do trying to get used to having a roommate. Oh, my,
I sort of thought that got across a few minutes ago.
Well, not entirely.
Well, you see, at first I stayed with him to take care of him, and now I'm just sort of... Well, I'm living with him.
Oh. Well, times have changed. There's no getting around it.
Are you shocked?
No. I was shocked when Mary moved in with Jack, let me tell you. But I guess I've taken a few steps closer to the real world since then.
Maeve, sometimes I think you're closer to the real world than any of us.
Well, speaking of the real world, I've got that child health care meeting. I better go dig out a dress and put a hot iron to it. Would you like to keep me company?
Well,
Oh. Maeve? Yes, dear, right here. I'm sorry I didn't get back in there for you, but Faith showed up and we were chatting.
hello, Delia.
Oh, hi.
You must be tickled pink. Bon voyage and all that.
Thank you. Have you ever been on a cruise?
Yes, but that was a while back.
Oh, dear, would you mind if I take care of these people's orders?
Yeah, Maeve, I thought you could help me with the sun hat.
I will, dear. Be back right in a minute.
A sun hat. Well,
Yeah,
you are well prepared, aren't you?
it's a gift. Patty's just so thrilled about this trip that he gave it to me. Oh, he also bought us bathing suits. They're matching bathing suits. And I tried on for him. I can't see anything, so I asked him how it looked, and he said he was just wild about it, so I'm going to wear it.
Well, that's really great. Tell me, how are your eyes? Are you starting to see any light?
I can't see anything at all. Why did you even ask me that?
Well, no reason, except that it's been a few weeks now, and you might expect some improvement.
Faith, why do you think I'm going on this cruise? I think this is going to cure this whole problem.
Oh, I see.
No, and it's going to make Patty very happy also. See, he's got in his mind that he just wants to take it easy and relax, just the two of us together. I thought, well, maybe we should get a little bit of sun. If we come back without a tan, it's going to be a little bit embarrassing.
Well, listen, Dee, I love hearing about all the fun in store for you, but I really have to be on my way now. I feel a bout of galloping boredom coming on, so I'll just say bye.
Well, that's taken care of. Now, can I take you upstairs?
Yeah, it seems that I'm boring Faith.
Oh, nonsense. Do you want to keep me company while I do my ironing? Do you have the time?
No, I don't, but I'll talk to you soon, okay?
All right.
Bye-bye, Maeve.
Bye-bye. Love to town.
Have a blast in that bathing suit, Dee.
What bathing suit is that, dear?
It's just my old one.
Ah.
Maeve, she's so mean to me.
Yes. Just walk straight in.
Some weeks.
Let me tell you what you're easy and affordable. Converter boxes can be free with a government coupon, and pay TV service starts as low as $9.99 a month.
You must be surprised to see me away from the hospital.
Yeah, I am a little, but it's very nice. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Well, I am sick and tired of being an invalid, I'll tell you. Still a little stiff in a few places, but basically I'm getting better every day.
Thank God.
Yeah. Interesting.
Oh, for heaven's sake. It's anything but interesting.
Good evening. Why not interesting?
It's like nice, blah.
Well, maybe when other people say it, but not me.
Really? Well, now I know something about you. How lovely. Sit down. Relax. Have a peanut.
Beautiful.
Dr. Bolak, the view is interesting. Here you go. Orange juice, New Orleans style.
Weak, I hope.
Very. Good?
Terrific.
Good. Now, why don't you just glance over this? It's a rundown on all the other members of the panel and the purpose of the meeting.
Tell me, is Frank serious about health care for children legislation, or is this more of a window dressing type of thing to start his campaign off strong?
Goodness.
I shouldn't ask.
No. No, it's fine. Yes, He's very serious about it, and so am I. When you realize that there are 60 million children in this country and 2/3 of them are getting inadequate health care, you have to be. You doctors develop the vaccines for things like smallpox, polio, measles, but an awful lot of kids simply are not getting those shots. The national average for inoculation in the country is down 70%. In poverty areas, it's a great deal lower. Talk about your national disgraces.
You've done a fair amount of homework.
I always do. And now you know something about me. I want you to get very involved in this project, in spite of the fact that it may be personally uncomfortable. To be honest with you, I do wish that you and Miss Coleridge did not have a problem, or that she could work for Frank in another capacity. But I'm afraid we're stuck with the situation.
Well, I'm pretty good at focusing on the job at hand, in spite of how I feel.
Yeah, you must be. Otherwise, you never would have won the Boland Award.
You know about that, too?
Mm-hmm. Someday, when you have the time, I wish you'd tell me all about your nerve growth factor experiments in detail. That is, if you can put it into layman's terminology.
I'd love to.
Good. Let me freshen that. Why don't you have some more of these? Peanuts. They're addictive.
Tell me, does Jill know I'm going to be here tonight?
Yes, she does.
Mm-hmm. What does she think about that?
Well, she had a few reservations at first. But she's decided that she can take the professional approach, too. And I'm very grateful. I must say, Miss Coleridge remains a mystery to me.
You and me both.
It amazes me that she cannot see the mistakes she's making. Yeah, I suppose we never do we? Till it's too late.
Tell me, you think that Frank's a mistake, too?
Frank is a marvelous person. And he does love her, you know, in his own way. But he's a politician. Young, ambitious, and at this time in his life, he barely has enough time to breathe, let alone devote himself to Miss Coleridge and her baby.
Boy, try telling Jill that.
I already have. Yeah.
Really?
Been about as blunt as I dared. If I were a close friend, I'd say, Jillian, Seneca Bolak is a fine man. He loves and wants you and Edmund. Don't be a fool. Don't lose him. However, I am Frank's friend, and neither of them wants my advice at this point.
No.
And I've been a little too blunt with you, right? Stirred up some troubled feelings?
No, not at all. As a matter of fact, I think you show amazing perception, especially since I agree with every word you said. Well, Ray, here's to, a fascinating evening.
Interesting.
Responsibly.
I'll be right back. If I can't find Faith at the hospital, I'll try her house.
Patty, is that you?
In here.
Oh, good. I didn't know you got back yet.
Yeah.
Get all your stuff?
Uh-huh.
Darren, do you have any room in that suitcase?
Quite a bit.
Oh, good. That solves the problem
Okay.
with the sun hat. In fact, bring it into the bedroom. Maybe I can squeeze those extra shoes in there.
Well, why don't you let me do that? Patrick's got an errand he wants to
All
run.
right.
You want to come in and supervise, sweetheart?
Oh, I will, in a minute. I think I'm so excited I could scream. Feel my hands.
Not too bad?
They're freezing. Oh, we're gonna be in Florida tonight, and we're gonna be on the ocean tomorrow, and I just can't believe it.
Listen, I've got to stop by the hospital a minute.
Wait a minute, I thought everything was set.
It is, but there's one more thing I'm going to do. Now, please don't argue about it, Dee.
Don't worry, I'm not gonna argue about anything. I'm just too happy. Oh, by the way, that reminds me of something. Faith was downstairs. I spoke to her a couple of minutes ago, and she wanted to wish us a happy bon voyage.
Is she still there?
No, oh no, Tom was waiting for her. You know, I'm really glad that everything's worked out for her. There's been a lot of trouble between us, but I still don't hate her. No, I think it's really wonderful.
You're glad what's worked out?
Tom and Faith. You know, I've been alone so much in my life that it just makes me happy when two people find each other, you know?
What are they, married?
No. Oh, no, they're just living together.
How did you find out?
Faith told me. And she also told Maeve. I think she's telling everybody. I don't think anybody thinks it's so bad anymore.
It's still news.
Oh, come on, you should have suspected it. I mean, I certainly did.
I guess.
Okay. No, I'm able to manage. I'm okay. I'm going to do very well on the ship also.
Oh, sweetheart, look. Maeve says to ask you, do you really need both pair of white shoes?
Oh, definitely. I'll explain to her.
Yeah, well, all right.
Okay.
Straight ahead of you.
Okay, I'm all right.
Listen, if you're gonna go talk to Faith, you better get a move on.
No. Not much point now.
Sometimes it's sugar, sometimes it's spice, but breakfast in bed is always satisfying. Every weekend, get your fill with back-to-back episodes of Beverly Hills 90210 and One Tree Hill. Breakfast in bed, 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. every Saturday and Sunday, only on SoapNet.